Good morning, everyone. This is Karen Johnson, and I am so honored to be with you today on Thanksgiving Eve as we all are looking inside our hearts and really connecting with our core values of who we are and what we believe our purpose on earth really is all about, and looking about our lives and counting our blessings. And I am so moved at this time of year because of the gift of Nu Skin in my life and the gift of all of you, because Nu Skin is what brought us all together as a family. And this is a family that has its arms around each other around the globe. Our team is networked into virtually every one of the major teams around the world. I'm blessed to have been a team elite now. I just qualified for the Rome trip in 2016, my 10th year as Team Elite, and those trips do something that nothing else in the world can do, and that is create the relationships so that as our team and your teams grow into Europe, into Asia, into South Africa, into Australia and the South Pacific, and the world becomes a much smaller, more cohesive reality for us all because we have a shared vision. And that vision revolves around, first and foremost, of course, taking care of our families. And then once our basic needs are met, it becomes about giving back and about giving of ourselves. And we have two very special guest speakers on. One is brand new in the company, and I have watched our second speaker grow into one of the most dynamic new Blue Diamonds in Nu Skin history, and I'll be introducing her in a moment. The purpose of this call is called a Success Trip Call for a reason. We were provided several years ago. The company initiated our business cycles, and these business cycles are 6 months long. They run from April 1st to September 30th, and then from October 1st to March 31st. And the company gives us these time frames in which we can truly focus on what is important, what our definite purpose is within Nu Skin, by setting goals that we will be justly rewarded for. During each business cycle, we have a limited time offer that is the reward for those that have been executive factories. Because the more executives that you have on your team when we launch the next LTO, of course, the next launch, the formal launch of youth will be in March. And your ability to capture and really achieve your dreams will be based on how many executives you build between now and that launch. And then the next goal will be Age Lock Me, the next target, which will be in October of 2016. And at this month's past TEU, our team had a breakout session with CEO and President of Nu Skin, Truman Hunt, who laid out the innovation pipeline through 2017, and I'm not going to dazzle you with what's coming in 2017 just yet, but I will tell you that the future is so bright, folks, you're going to need to wear shades. We are going on a rocket ride, and the way that you participate in that ride is by giving of yourself and sharing the Nu Skin vision with people who are looking for what we have. We oftentimes say we're looking for people who are looking for us. And although we have these incredible technologies and incredible products that enhance and improve the quality of people's lives, we truly are about our number one product, which is freedom. And when that becomes your mantra and that becomes with the message that you lead with, you will be amazed at the people who will want to listen versus trying to razzle-dazzle with the next cool product or technology. Of course, that's part of who we are. But the biggest product we have is freedom. And so this Success Trip Call is designed to explain to those who are desirous of achieving Ruby and then from Ruby to Emerald within each consecutive sales cycle, or faster if you choose, you will have the reward of going on a success trip. And I know our very special guest this morning, Nguyen, will talk about the impact that the success trips and these business cycles have had on her business and the meteoric rise to Blue Diamond that she achieved today. I watched Nguyen from the sidelines over the last couple of years as she was recognized with each consecutive business cycle having won every single trip since she started the business. And, when we lay out the business cycles, we say, here's, the 4-year plan, you can do it faster. She did it in 2 years. And that is becoming the norm. Right now, the average time to get to Blue Diamond is 20 months. And one of the reasons that average has been shattered from where it was when I came into the business, when it was 5 to 7 years to become a Blue Diamond, is the pace and the intensity and the definiteness of purpose. The Vietnamese leaders have raised the bar here in the North American area and around the world with their focus on creating family and helping one another. And I just want to give as a prime example before I turn the call over to Q to tell her story, that we spoke last night at 10:30 when she had just finished a meeting with 2 of her customers, a distributor and one of their customers, I believe. And that's what I'm talking about. When people say, oh, I'm tired, it's 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night, the Vietnamese know what work means. And they lead such high integrity lives of leadership and setting an example for us all that we are here to make a difference. And so it's my great pleasure today to welcome to the call brand new Blue Diamond Nguyen. Good morning, Q. Are you there?
Yes. Hello, Karen, and everyone on the call. My great pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you so much again, Karen, for inviting me to join your call today. Such my great pleasure. As Karen mentioned, my name is Nguyen. I am currently from Seattle, Washington, but in fact, I'm in the process of temporarily relocating from Seattle to Orange County, California. So a little bit about myself. I grew up in Saigon, Vietnam, and I came right after graduating from high school. So I view it as a blessing for me because in a way, from an education-wise, I've got the best of both worlds, the K through 12 from Vietnam and the college time in the States. I got a bachelor degree in physics engineering and a master's degree in applied mathematics. And right after graduating from college, I went to work for a global IT consulting firm that specialized in a Microsoft solution for the enterprises. And I worked for the same company since graduating from college for about 10 years. I worked my way up from the entry level to the senior manager position that I used to manage multi-million-dollar projects across the globe and I manage a big, huge engineering team. So in a way, I could say that my life for Nu Skin, financial-wise, is pretty good. But after like 10 years into the corporate world and traveling like crazy, it wore me out. And I could see, in a way, that journey is the end because it's so worn out and it's so tiring. And I don't see myself, the meaningful of life and the quality of life, I don't see much from that life. So in a way, about 2 or 3 years ago, I was looking around, see if there's a way out for me and open a new door for me. But a lot of things came because opening a new business is a lot of risk and lots of capital upfront, and I was not able to handle that. And the Nu Skin opportunity came to me at the right time, and especially it was very special for me because it was introduced to me casually, not on purpose, by my dear mom, Amy O. She is now residing in Orange County, California. She used to be a biology middle school teacher in Vietnam for many years before coming to the States, and now she is one of the top real estate producers in Orange County, California. One of her clients about 2 years ago introduced her to this business, and with a very strong business mindset, she could see that there's something big going on here, and then she very good timing for her in a way as well. She went to visit the company for the first time right at the time of the global convention, 2013. And after that trip, she was in awe with the huge potential upfront and especially the people and the culture of this opportunity. So she came back home and asked me to kind of like solidify a little bit more of research due to her English limitation. So at first, I was just researching this opportunity to have a peace of mind for my mom, say, okay, this is good and you are good to invest your time and effort into this opportunity. But one surprise after another, the more I researched about the company, the more I was so in love with it because I see it's not just an opportunity for my mom, but it's also opened the door for me to a new journey that I've been looking for a couple of years now. It's opened the potential of reaching, I can see it enhance my ability to not just creating the success for myself, but also the ability to help people around me, the opportunity to change their life for the better as well. So that is one of the things that very appealing to me at first. So after visiting the company for the first time in December 2013, attending both the English and the Vietnamese sessions of the event, I went to the TEU for the first time in December 2013, and that time was also the first time that our Vietnamese group had the first Vietnamese breakout session as well. So in a way, I felt very fortunate. So after that trip, like in a heartbeat, I told my mom right away, this is a very good opportunity, and how about I join you, Mom, to partner up with you for this opportunity. So here we go. We partner up, and when we look at how can we, there should be a guideline for us to go, and one of the best things that I could tell is that just to look up the successful upline and then the people around us and just follow the footsteps, especially with this business opportunity. I could see that we just follow the footsteps of the successful leaders in the industry and follow the system in place. And very fortunate for me at that time is that we all have that available. So one of the things that I find it very easy for us to stick to is thanks to the success strip guideline that the company gives. With that, I can break down, okay, with that I can track each of the milestones on my way to complete my Nu Skin journey. As Karen mentioned earlier in the call, it's very brilliant that the company have provided us that success strip guideline followed by the LTO to help us to build and enhance our business. Every 6 months is a business success trip, and if you just follow all of the conditions to meet all of the requirements for that success trip, then certainly after you come back from one success trip after another, you will advance to a new milestone, a new pin title, and then continue to work your way up. So with that, to capture my mom and I journey so far, so we joined Nu Skin beginning of 2014 last year as partner, and then 3 months into the business, we hit right at the qualification deadline of our first success trip, Jackson Hole, at the end of March 2013. We went on and maintained for that trip and earned the trip and went on the trip in August of last year as Ruby Stars. And coming back from that trip, I decided to take leave without pay from my previous IT job, and then so that I can focus, have more focus into doing this full time. And it's in a way I paved my way to gradually transition into building this business full time. And I immediately see the results improve right away. And it's easy for me to understand because I invest more time and more effort into it. And then we went on and earned our second consecutive success trip, February of this year, Punta Cana. And it's one of the defining moments for me as well, because in this trip, we are not just went by ourselves, but we were able to also bring one-star Ruby in one of our frontline executives go with us as well. So such a very fulfilling feeling for both my mom and me. So we went on the Punta Cana success trip as an Emerald one-star creator. And that's what happened after this trip. So after this trip, I feel more confident and kind of like now put a stake in the ground and okay, I'm ready to take on this journey all in. So with that, after coming back from the trip, I've decided to quit my IT job so that I can really officially 100% or more than 100% into this opportunity. And then we went on and earned our third consecutive success trip Alaskan cruise just this past August as Diamond Stars. And a month right after that, a month in September 2015, we qualified for a fourth consecutive success trip, and this time extremely happy and pleased with the time and effort we put into to this run is that we not only will qualify as Blue Diamond, but also as a Blue Diamond 3 stars creator with 3 frontline executives qualify for the trip as well as Ruby stars. And in our organization, also we have 2 other Ruby stars qualify for the trip as well. So this is such incredible for us to see. Gradually, we see in a way that for me, that it's just not in theory. As we look back 20 months ago, when we first started out this business, we have that model in a way, that framework laid out for us, and now we see one step at a time the results happening for us. And in the future, it's just kind of incredible with ageLOC Youth just launched, and then now that our team has more established and everyone in the momentum to grow. So it's just such a great feeling for us. And one of the big lessons that we learned from it as well is that one of the things is that we follow the system very closely. And I've got that from years of experience in my previous IT job, that follow the system if you want to build this business big, because you have to be able to find a way so that not only you can do the business yourself, but also everyone in your team be able to apply that as well. So with that, it talks about the duplication and multiplication of the business. And if you don't have a system in place, then it's going to be almost impossible because everyone's going to do it their own way. And I have to be very thankful. One of the other tools that I find very, very helpful for us is the TEU every month, Team Elite University, that all of the great leaders from OTG, One Team Global, have put together very consistently on the third week of every month. And I use that as kind of like the best tool for me to improve myself, to develop myself each time, and also to bring my team over to the event, because everything already there. I always tell my team is that we've got like the best of the best leaders spend their time and effort to show us at the TEU. All we have to do, our job is just to bring people to the event. And I have to say that truly that leaders are born at the event, and not just leaders, like great team members are born at the event as well, because the event right in the innovation center of the company is best, because people go there not only just to learn how to do the business at the TEU, but they also be able to view the innovation center, the headquarters of the company, the warehouse, and everything. It's kind of like a one-stop shop, just condensed into a 2-day trip. So it's one of the best things that it's really, really one of the key elements to help me, myself, and my team as well on this journey. So that's a little bit about my story, Karen.
Well, Q, I cannot thank you enough for opening people's eyes, all of our eyes and our hearts as well, to what can be created with intention. I am reading a very monumental book in my life, and I'm not reading it, I'm studying it. It's a book called Outwitting the Devil. And I'm just in the last few pages of having studied that book for the last several months. And it talks about the most important element in the interview with the devil that Napoleon Hill had was that the reason the reason that people do not achieve their goals, and for those that do achieve their goals, what is the key to their success is having a definite purpose and being crystal clear on what it is that your plan is for creating and achieving that purpose. And your description of how you use Team Elite University as the launching pad for your new distributors. I work very closely with a number of cross-line Team Elites and Blue Diamonds and New Skin, and I was just on the phone last night with Derek Bentley quite late as well. And he and his team have made the commitment that they are all going every month to Team Elite University to Utah for the next 12 months, every month. This is not a question mark. They're doing it. And each person is committed to bringing 2 people with them and creating Blue Diamond within 12 months, because the odds of bring 2 people, odds are one of them is going to catch fire and be executive. And you do that for 1 full year, 2 new people a month. That's a great new, I think, addition to our system, if you will, of System 7. And I'm sure that there may be a couple of other points of the system, Q, that you focus on. Imagine I was a new distributor. Which of the core habits do you focus on for a new distributor first? Which is the most important for your team?
Okay, thank you, Karen. Yes, and I can't just emphasize enough the importance of TU. Like for myself, I'm living it as well, and I'm leading the example as well. Like about 2 years into the business, and almost every month I come back to Utah for the TU. It's this past TU was my 17th time. Back to your questions about other things. One of the things that my learning from my top leaders as well is I totally agree that always whatever that we try to lead our team, it has to have something. The simplicity is very important, because it has to be able to be easy for everyone, almost everyone, to be able to remember, be able to do it, and be able to duplicate it. So one of the 3 core habits that I highly encourage all of the team members, especially new people, to do is that we call it the recently we also solidify it and then have to communicate out more to the team, is we call the 1, 2, 3, the daily automation process. So every step, these are the 3 must-dos every day. First is use the products, and not just only use the products, but also record or note the difference in you. Because when you share with the people, it's really important. I see that no matter how many testimonial stories that you share with your prospects, the number 1 testimonial story that your prospects will be very interested to hear is the testimonial story of yourself. So it's very important that each of us is using 100% product users and save the difference and share the differences that we see in ourselves. So that's the first one. The second one is share with the people around you, especially your friends and your family members, about this wonderful opportunity or the products, at least 5 people per day. And then the third one is to leverage or take advantage of the conference call, the daily call that you have. For me, those are the 3 very simple steps. At first, people may say, "Oh, how can those steps will help me to be successful in this journey?" Trust me, if you do it consistently and persistently, you will see the results. So that's one of the things that I'd like to share, Karen.
I love your focus on simplicity. Everybody can remember 3 things, and I wrote those down, and I'm going to be training on them from this point forward. I really believe a day that goes by that I don't learn something new from one of our team or one of our cross-line friends and family. It is not a good day, and so I have learned. We have all been blessed for your example and your knowledge today, Q. I wish you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving And to the rest of you all, let's make this the greatest day of our lives. Let's go forth into tomorrow with our hearts open and enjoy and celebrate all the blessings that we have. God bless you all, and we'll be seeing you on the best beaches of the world. This is Karen Johnson signing off from Palm Desert, California. We'll see you next week.